expanding the universe of your story or world building sa iyong novel. Paano nga ba ginagawa ito as an author? Yan ang ating topic for today's video, and this will be exciting. Let's go! Welcome back to WORDSMITH TV. I'm Dan, and for today's video, pag-uusapan natin kung paano expand ang universe sa iyong story as an author, sa iyong novel na sinusulat, or paano ba gumawa ng world building or, expanding the dimension. Wow.
Wow, Joseph. Wow.
Na tayo napapaisip kung paano kaya ginawa ni George R. Martin ang Game of Thrones, world ng Westeros.
Hindi bininging.
And sa world building, grabe yung dimension, yung scale sa kanyang universe, yung mga Targaryen, House Stark, and all of that. Ano kaya? Well, meron na idea na i-share sa inyo na somehow makakatch natin kung paano ba ginagawa ito at paano gumawa ng mundo, build ng universe kagaya ni George R. Martin. And I hope that this will be an exciting episode. 2 episodes na lang natitira sa WORDSMITH series, season 1. Expanding the universe has the same principle like sa previous episodes, episode 7, in giving birth to characters. A combination of gardener writer style and architect style. You must have a plot first, and then konting order, konting magicism if it's a fantasy, and then there's your protagonist as he go into a place or my characters to visit a place, to discover, they meet other characters, and that's how you discover them. Kung ikaw yung nalilito, please watch the previous episode 7, and how to give birth to characters, which I'm referring to. Today's video, pag-uusapan natin kung paano gumawa ng characters. And then you have your outline, kung saan papunta yung story. Kahit na it's so blurry, it's okay, basta meron kang outline. Kasi, even though it's an architect style na meron kang outline na anong gusto mong mangyari, things could happen, could be improved, may mga changes na mangyari for the betterment, ganun, mag-improve, mag-expand. So here's the main idea, the main principle, the only one principle na ma-share ko for this episode, and how to expand the universe, how to, how world building works, how to expand the scale of your story sa plot mo, sa iyong novel. Begin your story, start your first book in like the middle of chaos or in the middle of action. And let me explain to you how that works. Your story should start in the middle of an era, or in the middle of a story. Let me pick up sa Game of Thrones, diba? When the very first book came out, it's called the Game of Thrones, diba? Well, the show is Game of Thrones. It's the first book, but maraming mga sequel. But in the story, beginning of Game of Thrones, it started with the Starks and Daenerys Targaryen nag-escape from Westeros. If you start like in the middle of an exciting part, so it will catch the attention of the reader. Like, wow, something happened. Bakit naging ganito ang story? So there will be a prequel, which is ano nangyari and where's it going? Ano ang naging sequel ng story ito? And then talk about like stories from the past, even though it's your first book, like what happened in the past na naging ganito yung story. Kagaya ng Game of Thrones, very amazing, and I read the books, so amazing kasi even though it's the first book, mababasa mo na kamamatay lang ni Mad King, and then that's the generation nag-start ang book na you have the Battle of the Trident na hindi pa natin nakikita sa movie, wala kahit sa books wala pa, and then Targaryen, yung mga dragon lords, yung mga dragons, at wala pang dragon, and then may mga skull they'll talk about.
Valerion the Dread. The beast that Aegon rode across the sea. His flames forged the Iron Throne and brought the 7 kingdoms to heel. Powerful.
They're talking about what happened in the history. It's very interesting na makakasya ng attention ng mga reader. Another example also is the Harry Potter, diba, series. The first book, the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, The Boy Who Lived, ang first chapter ng book. And then in that story, it's interesting kasi you talk about the Dark Lord, si Voldemort, na something happened, like a war took place, and then the boy who lived, siya lang naging survivor. There's an interesting past, very dark past. And I think this the best technique sa mga stories, hindi lang sa books, sa novel, even sa anime, di ba? Favorite ko talaga ang One Piece, binabalik-balikan ko. Diba sa One Piece is a great pirate era generation, the worst generation sila Luffy. Pero it talks about the pirate king, Goldie Roger, and there's also like interesting history na hindi pa pinapalabas kahit sa manga ni Oda sensei. Ang Void Century, di ba? Kung ano talaga nangyari. So it's very makakatch talaga attention mo what happened in the past. So yun, talk about it in the present story of your first book. Talk about the past. So, and if because of that, as you do that, it will expand you automatically your universe. There will be like a prequel and a sequel of your books. It will expand talaga. Yun ang tweak. And again, you don't have to worry na you need all the details agad-agad. Hindi. It doesn't work that way. So here's the technique. We're going back like sa previous episode na principle. Like as a protagonist, or if first person point of view man pinili mo, or third person, depende kahit ano. As the characters, go to places, organizations will show up, power system will be polished, ang mga details ay lalabas, and sa mga principles sa world, sa dimension, lalabas na lang yan as a gardener writer. Another example is the Game of Thrones, diba? When you read the book Game of Thrones, hindi yun like kagaya sa Harry Potter at Lord of the Rings na parang narration lang. Narration siya, third person ng Game of Thrones, pero by character, like Jon Snow. So kung nasa si Jon Snow nakapalibot sa kanya, yun ang talk about the story. And then Sansa, and then Tyrion. So whenever they explore to different places, like si Jon Snow pumunta sa Castle Black, doon na discover na how the Brothers of the Night's Watch works, ano ang kanilang rules. Ganun din as you write your book. Kung meron kang characters pupunta doon, and he will engage in like organization, like si Tyrion Lannister. Kung siya ay nag-adventures, pumunta siya sa Vale, at doon nila discover kung ano talaga ang itsura ng castle sa Vale, ano talaga ang itsura ng ilang mga armor, o anong mga principles doon, mga rules. So nagsisilabasan yun. And again, what you should do is write down all of the revelations, such as organization, mga small details, the mga rules, on how the place looks like, how the castle, the mountains, ganun. And yun ang technique kong slowly expanding yung universe mo. At yun lang guys, ang very simple ideas on how to expand the universe, how to world building sa yung book. And I hope that nakatulong yan sa iyo as you watch this video. And maraming salamat sa suporta. So there's only one episode left in this series, season 1 WORDSMITH series. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta, and huwag kalimutan mag-like and share this video, at mag-subscribe to my channel, WORDSMITH TV. And then, and let your universe expand.